I'm Christopher Asaro, president of Holt Construction. I'm proud to announce that the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, in partnership with American Airlines, URW Airports, has announced a $125 million commercial redevelopment of JFK's Terminal 8. As the project's construction partner, Holt Construction is pleased to partner with URW to introduce our new information and technical assistance program designed to connect you to opportunities available across the 24-month redevelopment of Terminal 8, all part of the Port Authority's $19 billion airport redevelopment program that is transforming New York's airport system. Working with our partners at the Port Authority, American Airlines, URW, and Phoenix Infrastructure, we have designed a special series of programs that will help you learn more about the project, the business and contracting opportunities that are right for your company, and how your business can participate. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to partnering together.
Hello, and welcome to today's session. Meet the team from RF Wilkins Consultants. During this session, the team will cover their role on the Terminal 8 project at JFK, as well as the steps you need to take to become compliant for airport work at the Terminal 8 project. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Quentin Bailey.
Hi, Rosie. Quentin Bailey, Project Compliance Specialist for RF Wilkins Consultants.
And Diana Hilaire.
Hi, Rosie. Diana Hilaire, Senior Project Manager at RF Wilkins Consultants.
Thank you both of you for joining today. So Diana, what is RF Wilkins Consultants' role on the Terminal 8 project?
Great question, Rosie. RF Wilkins Consultants' role on the T8 project. As for the commercial program, we are the compliance partners for URW and American Airlines. This means we work closely with URW and American Airlines team to comply with all their efforts to source, engage, and report participation for the following business categories: MWBE, which is minority and women-owned business enterprises, and LBE, which is local business enterprises. And I'll defer to my colleague Quentin to really further elaborate on each of those arms of business.
Thanks, Diana. So to meet the Port Authority's MWBE goals, they'll look for those firms that are MWBE certified. While there's no certification program for LBE or local businesses, they have identified 37 zip codes that are closest to the JFK community that have been designated as Tier 1. And then in addition, there's Tier 2 firms, and those are those firms that are located in those zip codes for the remainder of the Queens area. So those firms, those local firms are given priority in contracting opportunities for the project.
Thank you, Quentin and Diana. Quentin, what types of firms are referred to the construction teams for pre-qualification?
So we work closely with our construction teams to understand their needs, and then to talk with our construction firms with union affiliation to connect them to opportunities and for the construction team's pre-qualification process. Our firms with expertise in the construction trades that are most relevant to those scopes of work for the project, each phase of the project, are then referred to our construction partners. For example, for the capital construction phases, there are contracting opportunities in trades such as concrete, masonry, carpentry, mechanical and plumbing, electrical, metals, and some finishes.
Thank you. Can you kind of discuss about pre-qualification? If a subcontractor is, say, for example, pre-qualified with Holt Construction, does that mean that they're also pre-qualified with any other GC that's working with the tenant on this project?
Well, actually, each of our GCs has their own pre-qualification process. So the answer in short is no, you must pre-qualify with each GC.
Thank you. Diana, how does RFW ensure there's collaboration and open lines of communication between contractors and subcontractors and the external stakeholders on the project?
Well, RFW has created an inbox, infot8@rfwconsultants.com. That is infot8 at rfwconsultants.com. And here we look to receive feedback directly from interested community members and stakeholders, requests for construction pre-qualifications, requests for technical assistance, and inquiries related to our outreach events. In addition, we have regular meetings with the URW and construction teams to understand any updates to the program and project timeline. We also share any concerns and issues submitted to the inbox. Once again, that inbox is infot8@rfwconsultants.com.
Perfect. And if someone wants to have a one-on-one with you guys specifically to kind of discuss their company and if this project is a fit for them, all they have to do is just email that email, correct?
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Perfect.
That's right. And any inquiry that's received there, we'll set up an appointment with you, have a discussion, and talk about what experience your firm has, and introduce you to the pre-qualification process for each of the GCs that are involved.
That's great. How is the RF team supporting the effort to meet the MWBE goals? Quentin, can you kind of discuss that with everybody today?
Sure. So across all capital projects with the Port Authority and all their procurements, there's always a 30% goal for MWBE firms. So what that means is that 20% of purchasing, 20% of contracting is the goal for MBEs, and an additional 10% is the goal for WBE firms. There's also, as I mentioned, a priority for local firms. Those are given for tier 1 firms. Again, those 37 zip codes that have been designated on the redevelopment website. And then tier 2, those additional zip codes that are located in the borough of Queens. And again, you can double check those zip codes on anewjfk.com.
Thank you. Last but not least, Diana, do community members have opportunities to ask questions or provide feedback on the project?
Great question, Rosie. Absolutely. We monitor the JFK T8 inbox to ensure that all individual inquiries are answered, from questions about our process, timelines, contacts, and resources, and more. Regarding any outreach, we attend all virtual and in-person outreach events designed to share program updates and provide guidance to the public and all stakeholders. We can also answer questions in real time at these events, but if we don't get a chance to, we encourage you to send all additional inquiries to that wonderful infot8@rfwconsultants email address.
Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Quentin, for today's session. Now let's move on to the live Q&A. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. So we have a couple of questions for RFW to answer. So Diana, first question is there a checklist I can access to ensure that I'm meeting all the project compliance requirements?
Great question. I'm just trying to get my answers to make sure that I have everything that you need and ready to go. Sorry for the delay. So of course, as we have it, I'm having technical difficulties, but it's okay. There is a checklist, but at the moment I cannot pull it up to, verify and go through what it entails. But we can go on to the next one, and then I can work on getting that.
Okay, so in the future, there will be a checklist for this project specifically. Anybody that gets awarded the packages will have access to this. Are there specific reporting programs that will be utilized on the Terminal 8 project?
There will be specific reporting for this project. We are compiling all the information currently, and once that information has been vetted and corrected, we will definitely put that information out there.
Next question we have is, can you provide assistance in completing the MWBE certification application? This is something that we get a lot. A lot of the subs have had issues trying to get in contact with the correct parties to see where their application is. So is that something RFW does? Are you guys the liaison? Do they have to contact Port Authority directly? What's the process for assistance?
So the process, if it's for a JFK project, yes, if you can send all information regarding that specifically to info T8 at RF Wilkins Consultants, we will connect you with the proper person. Again, info T8 at rfwconsultants.com.
Thank you. Next question we have is in regards to the local workforce. What are the local workforce percentage requirements?
What are the local workforce percentage requirements?
Is there a specific requirement? I know in past projects, there's female participation for the local female workforce percentages. Not sure if it's specific to this project, but I know generalized, that's something that a lot of the subs are asking or need assistance with finding employees to kind of help with the manpower on the projects.
Absolutely. I know for sure there's a 30% MWBE, but for the local business, I believe the percentage is 20%.
Okay. And then if they need assistance with local workforce, just in general, local workforce employees or percentage, if there are the requirements, is that something your team can assist them with?
Absolutely. Any questions you have pertaining to this project, send us all the questions our way, and we will make sure within 24 to 48 hours that we'll answer it and get you directed to the right person.
Okay. Next question is, I have already completed the pre-qualification process for another JFK Terminal project. Do I have to complete a separate pre-qualification for construction work at Terminal 8 specifically?
Great question. Yes, each GC team at each JFK Terminal project manages their own pre-qualification process. Therefore, construction firms are required to complete the pre-qualification process for each terminal project. So yes.
Next one is, someone said, my firm is MWBE certified by New York City Small Business Services. Will my certification count towards the JFK Terminal 8 MWBE goals?
For number one, congratulations, whoever that is, for being MWBE certified by New York City. Great thing. Unfortunately, for any JFK terminal projects, you must be certified with New York State or Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. There is a certification analysis with weekly office hours at the JFK Redevelopment Community Info Center, who can assist you with completing the necessary certification application. We can put whoever needs to be in contact with this person, put your info in the chat, and we can follow up and give you this information. Or, of course, you could email us at infot8@rfwconsultants.com. And again, we'll connect you with this person.
Perfect. Another question someone asked is, are there specific scopes of work for engineering firms specifically?
Great question. Unfortunately, no, as the design phase of the capital construction project is already complete. However, there may be scopes of work for some engineering specialties, such as structural and system designs, for the individual concession build out in the later phase of the project. Therefore, we are keeping a database of interested engineering firms, and this database will be used by the individual concession projects in the later phase of the concession program.
Perfect. And then last question that we have is, my firm has expertise in professional services like training and business development. Are there a specific need of work for this service in this phase of the project?
Great question. In the initial phase of the capital construction portion of the program, there are no scopes of work in the professional services arena. However, we will add your firm information to our professional services database, And in the later phase of the program, when the operation teams has a need for this service, professional service, this database will be used as a resource to locate these firms.
Okay, I think we just got a couple more questions that just came
Sure.
in.
Sure.
Next question is, are there opportunities for certified SDVOBs?
Good question. I can get that. I can confirm that with you. Please send me your information to the info T8 at rfwconsultants.com, and because I don't want to misspeak. So just send that over and let me confirm that for you.
Next question is, which I think I can answer, Diana, for this
Thank
stuff. Are there opportunities for custom window treatments and window fill? So again, for the Holt specific work, the bids have gone out to the street. So if you have not received an invitation to bid, please reach out to infot8 at rfwconsultants.com. That way we can add you to the bidding list if there is scope specific to window treatments and window fill. Next question we have, Diana, is does the local business have to be headquartered for the company? So I think this one is their office location. Does their headquarters location have to be in a local tier 1 or tier 2 location for Queens, or if they have multiple different offices and the office that the main work is coming out of is a Queens office, does that suffice for LBE?
I believe so. This is a Queens project right in the heart of Queens. So we definitely, hence local business. So we just want to make sure that any business that we are vetting is definitely positioned in the Queens community.
And then we have another one for scope. Is there any 3D laser scanning and BIM available scopes? Again, please, if you haven't received anything in regards to opportunities, I can double check for you, but you will need to reply to that info T8 email requesting if there is scope available for your specific work. If there is, we'll take your information, add you to our bid list. For the Holt specific work, if you're not pre-qualified with Holt specifically as of yet, we can send you our pre-qualification package to start that process. Again, if you're doing the pre-qualification process with Holt right now and you're in the progress of completing it, it does not mean that you are not allowed to bid. You will have the opportunity to bid. So please just reach out, let us know what your firm is, your name, what your scope is, and we can see if there is opportunity. If not, RFW will see if there's scope anywhere else for your specific firm on any other projects within the JFK community.
Correct.
Next question's a long one. So this specific company is the company I work for is a temp staffing firm, non-professional staffing, hospitality, post-construction cleanup, concession staffing, workforce development. We are already a New York DBE and Queens-based firm. How would I go about finding out about opportunities? I registered on Construct Secure, but how do I go about getting a trade tap Holt pre-qual invite? Again, just reach out to RFW at that email. They will send over your information to us. What I suggest, if you're looking to get pre-qualified with Holt, if you're not, make sure you send RFW your capability statement with all the projects that you've worked on, whether or not you hold a MWBE SDVOB certification, and what specific work you're looking for and opportunities. Next question, I'll take this one, Diana.
Okay.
Do all carpenter laborers have to be union installers? So the URW concessions program project is a union project. It's not a PLA. We actually went over this in one of our previous sessions. So if you want to go back to review any sessions that you may have missed or were not able to join, just please go to the new JFKT8.com website, and all of our sessions are in there. We actually dive deeper into this specific question, but yes, they have to be union. It is a union project, so your firm does have to be union. Final cleaning, are there opportunities? Again, there's always opportunities. For final cleaning, if you're interested, please send your information over to RFW with your capability statement. For this specific capital work with Holt Construction, I don't think there is, but there might be other opportunity with the tenants and then their GCs when the tenants projects do come out. I think that is it for today. Any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us in the email. If there's something that, we answered that you weren't really understanding that well, again, RFW is great. They will perform one-on-ones with you to further go in depth on specific items. So please email them, get with them, do your one-on-ones, send over your capability statements. If you're interested in working with Holt and you're not pre-qualified, RFW will send us your information. So hopefully this session was informative for everybody. Diana, thank you so much for joining us today.
My
And
pleasure.
all have a great day.